Hello, my name is Minesuper McGee, also known as Minesuper in VrChat, and what I want to show today is called Bart Museum by Does Not. And I will point out the description that says, "Can AI produce art?" This is a museum of AI-created Simpsons art. Here we are greeted with the sign of the intro, a lovely donut head Homer, a mirror. I forgot I was this. Whoops, let me change to Kermit. I think Does Not is one of the most interesting creators in VrChat. They have a ton of worlds that I want to show off. Are they the most impressive? That's up to you, but I do think they're the most varied and interesting. I think a lot of their worlds are worth showing. I will also say that this world is gonna take forever. There's like 1,000 pieces of art in here. But I do love it. There's a Bart Man. Bart as Batman. I don't know exactly how this stuff was created. I don't know the origins. But I do like the product. I am way into this music too, just 2 notes over and over. Does Not has accomplished making worlds unsettling in a way that doesn't feel forced, but instead in a way that feels genuine. They have another world I want to show off that sort of makes me sad, but it's really impressive on how they that world that I will eventually show, which is just to showcase one man talking about Joe Biden, and they managed to make the world feel genuinely uncomfortable in a subtle way. But I'll stop talking about that world because I want to show it off later. This world is great in its lack of information. I don't believe there's a credits. Of course, we'll see later. But, it's just, if you didn't even read the description, which is a commonality in VrChat, you would just come in and see all this art and have no idea what the origins were. I did read the description, and all I know is that an AI created all this. I don't know what was fed into it or anything. And a lot of the art does end up being pretty unsettling. I really like that one. Let's point out the floor. The floor is very interesting. It's like a checkered pup. I think that's a recreation of Principal Skinner. Not Principal Skinner. Isn't technically Principal Skinner not actually Skinner? It was like some guy that he ripped off. That's like a later season canonical episode that I think people didn't like. Alright, now it's time for the other side. Oh, there's Flanders with no eyes. Now it's time for the other side. Yep, there is an upstairs. So, there is a lot of art, as I was saying earlier. I don't know if there are any repeats. I don't imagine there are. Oh, this music is really good too. It's quite unsettling, the noises that are playing. Oh wow, there's the Simpsons theme in there. Gosh, this world is really interesting. There's a couple creators I would like to ask about their worlds. It does not is certainly one of them. The other one is Air In. I recorded his 5G Tower Motel world, but I messed up all the audio, so I'm gonna have to do it again. But that is a world that is super interesting, and I love sort of deconstructing the elements in there. On the topic, there's a lot of worlds that I think are really ambitious and really impressive, but they fall flat in a lot of gameplay element areas. Gameplay is what I'm mostly interested in video games, but there are some worlds that like I always feel bad that I need to keep repeating that if I show off a world, I think it is worth showing and seeing and saving. The only exception is VrChat Plus exclusive. Alright, it appears that there's 2 songs that repeat, which I'm fine with. I don't know how long a person would be expected to be in here. So far, I've been in here for 7 minutes, it seems. This looks like Bart getting ready for an interview. And that looks like a truly bizarre abstract painting. Wow. Another thing is I just revisited, there's a famous, I don't recommend it, there's a famous Simpsons claymation where 3 characters brutally murder all of the Simpsons family. And I remember seeing it when I was a teen and it sort of haunted me to this day. I revisited it recently. Oh, I really like that one. I revisited it recently and yeah, it kind of holds up with the gruesomeness. Obviously the claymation makes it a little, cartoony. But what I really didn't know is that there's 3 sequels that are all pretty gruesome, although they're all based off of a video game, I believe, or a property like He-Man. Very bizarre. I would say if you haven't seen any of them, don't watch any of them. I don't recommend them, not even out of a morbid curiosity thing. But you can tell what it is. It's the Simpsons being murdered in claymation. But if you've seen the first one, I would go back and check out the others. Oh, okay. Now we're going upstairs. Oh, that one does not look fun. None of them look like they're fun. I don't know what I'm talking about. I do want to point out the statues while I'm up here. There's Maggie. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had like the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons on DVD. And I don't remember any. I did watch it all, but I don't remember much of any. I don't remember any real episodes or anything, which is bizarre. I really did not grab anything from The Simpsons. I had Simpsons video games too. I did have Hit and Run when I was a teen, but when I was even younger, I had, what's it called? Road Rage. I was a much bigger fan of Road Rage, and to this day, I prefer Road Rage to Hit and Run. Because Hit and Run is like a broken game that requires you to do a lot of things, and Road Rage is a broken game that only requires you to do one thing. It's interesting trying to figure out some of the characters that are in here. Like, I believe this is Homer and maybe Bart and Milhouse. I can't tell. Like, that's just impossible. It's like Bart and a tomato. I think that's, oh Jesus, Homer with messed up legs and like Marge. I can't tell. It's hard. That's Homer coming out of a genie lamp. Oh, I was supposed to show off these statues. It looks like they're mostly able to show off from the other balcony, actually. So I just gotta remember that the next go around. There's a lot of Bart and Homer centric, which is interesting. I wonder why that is. I really just don't have much to say about The Simpsons. I remember I also had The Simpsons game, and I remember that just not being a great experience. But I also don't remember I don't think I remember much about the second half of the game. I was surprised to learn that Road Rage wasn't as popular as Hit and Run. Like, Hit and Run is really popular, but I think it's like a really unplayable game, honestly. I do not find it fun at all. Road Rage was a rip-off of Taxi, and I mean, it worked fine enough. I remember there's like 6 or 7 areas, and every time you leveled up, you can unlock a car or a level, and I would just unlock every car before I unlocked any of the levels, because I only liked I think the best designed one was the first level. Okay, here's Groundskeeper Willie, looking great. Looking like a PS1 character. Reminds me of like characters in Spyro Spyro games. I should have showed, what's his name? The guy who honks his nose. He doesn't honk his nose, he just makes honking noises. Lenny. I think it was Lenny and Bruce. Oh, I don't like that one. That's like a mob boss, I think. A lot of effort was put into this world, and it really shows. Like, you can take a goofy idea like Simpsons AI drawings, but this was really well implemented. Oh, there's not a statue here. I wonder if this is the midway point. There's the Bumblebee Man. I do not know his name. I know a lot of diehard Simpsons fans are still, watching the show saying it's good again, but not as good as it used to be. But I personally just think that television shows should be capped at like 3 seasons. Oh, is that supposed to be like Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel? I know his name because of Hot Diggity Demon. I'm guessing that's Apu, but if he was 3 feet tall? This world is so great. Wow, Bart with Homer's just resting face is really bizarre. There's Bartman, but his left arm has extended. Or like his right arm shrunken and grew his left arm. I really appreciate just all this art. I was gonna say I appreciate the abstract ones, but man, I'm a big fan of all of these pieces. Oh, Maggie No Eyes. Perfect. That's our file name. Maggie No Eyes. Oh, we're done. We've seen it all. We've seen enough Simpsons for a lifetime. Alright, that was Bart Museum by Does Not. Thank you.